Hi there everybody, welcome to this Australian State One-Day Cup match. I'm Mark Nicholas, Richie Beno is with me as we bring you coverage of today's game. This is a hard surface and it looks to me as if it'll have even bounce and good carry through to the wicket-keeper. I'd be batting first if I won this toss. This is a batsman's pitch. I'm amazed that he's chosen to bowl first. It's firm, there's no real covering of grass. I think the bounce will be even. I'd expect a lot of runs today.
Just shoulders arms to that one. Wide ball signalled by the umpire. Oh, and he's bowling.
Well, a player of this class playing completely down the wrong line. He's made a terrible mess of the stumps too.
Lewis gets his first wicket. Wheat is out first ball.
He's back in the pavilion and there's a big round 0 alongside his name.
Next man in is Lynn. No ball by Harwood. There's the umpire signal, no ball. Fielded by the man out long on. 3 runs here. Fielded by the man out long on.
Now that came right out of the middle of the pack.
That was a no ball by Lewis. Should be some runs here. There's the umpire signal, no ball. Tucked away quite comfortably. Play it away with comfort. The sweeper picks up. Fielded by the man out long on.
Now for all you youngsters out there, that is a perfect example of how to play the stroke.
Over. Field is a field, but cleared the rope. 6 runs.
Oh, gee, he's almost flicked that off his nose and smashed it over.
Fielded by the man out long on. That was a no ball by Lewis. There's the umpire signal, no ball.
It's pretty tough for the bowlers on a pitch like this. There doesn't seem to be any margin for error. Four from the moment he hit it. There's a skill in that. Picking the gap is a skill.
Pushed into the gap. Fielded by the man out long on. It's straight to a fielder. All the way.
That's good one. Well timed and 4. Beautifully placed. Good.
It's the end of the 10th over.
Oh, he played that stroke perfectly.
It's straight to a fielder. I think he was easily back in the crease there.
Beautifully played. He couldn't imagine anything better. No, that's not great bowling, to be honest. I don't think the captain will be too happy with that.
That looked really nasty. That brings up his half century. Lehman waiting and pushed into the gap. Fielded by the man out long on. He's worked that into the gap. Lewis continues, turned off his hips.
Straight drive is his favourite stroke. We know that, they should know that, and it shows.
This partnership is really frustrating bowlers. These two are building a solid partnership.
The fielding restrictions have now been lifted.
Looked as if he was home to me.
A great stroke.
That's been given as a wide. Tucked off his legs. That's a real textbook shot.
And he picks his spot beautifully. That's a glorious boundary.
Played off the back foot. Fielded by the man out long on.
Ah, nicely timed.
Super shot.
Miles, he's hit it miles.
Well, that'll beat the fielder.
Oh dear, that's a terrible misfit. More runs. Well, the bowler didn't do too much wrong there. Just a quite brilliant bit of batting.
It's edge and out. Lovely catch. He's got a great ball.
Would you believe it? He's picked the fielder out perfectly.
Gets his first wicket.
Oh no, on reflection, nothing but disappointment for him because 100 was there for the taking.
Blewett is the new batsman. No need for him to play at those. Wide ball signalled by the umpire. Racing away to the fence. Played into the gap. He's got it into the gap. That's found the gap in the field. Fielded by the man out long on. The crowd were brought to their feet by that shot.
A great stroke.
He's worked that into the gap. Fielded by the man out long on.
Now, that was a really good stroke. He looks in great touch out there. That's ideal. Effortless, brilliant, and maximum.
Fielded by the man at long on. Hopeful shout.
He has smashed that a long, long way.
Hit straight to a fielder. Hit straight to a fielder.
Fantastic shot there.
Hodge is not going to reach that. He just runs that one down to third man. Like that at all. There's the century.
One of the best hundreds you'll ever see, and a joy to watch it. Quite brilliant.
This partnership is really frustrating the bowlers.
Cracking stroke. The secret was that he got his feet into position early and had plenty of time to play it.
It looked as if he was home to me. By the man at long on. Picked down the ground beautifully by Blewett.
Perfect. Just the most perfect stroke.
That was a superb placement. That's 50 for Blewett. These two are building a solid partnership.
There.
It's a fantastic strike.
What super stroke. Yes, lovely stroke. What a beauty.
Confident appeal. He's gone. Paul gets his first wicket.
Perfect timing today. That's a top-class innings. A joy to watch. Footwork, technique, running between the wickets. High class.
This was how the innings ended for Blewett. Cosgrove is the new batsman. High ball signalled by the umpire.
Oh, he played that stroke perfectly. Don't even bother chasing that. That's away into the bleachers.
Oh, that was superb timing.
What can I say about that shot?
Can't afford to bowl that in there. Fielded by the man at long on. really seemed to hit that, yet it sailed out the ropes.
The bowler won't be happy about that. Fantastic shot there. And I think he knew it was four just as soon as he struck it. Oh, great stroke.
The other way.
Oh, that could be a very painful blow.
That must be close. The umpire says not out.
He's just got outside the line of off stump there.
Let's take. It's gone high in the air.
What a marvellous catch.
And there's a fielder under it.
Now have a look at this again. That is a good example of how to take a catch.
White gets his first wicket. The next man in is Ferguson. Should be some runs here. He timed that to perfection. Stopped in the covers.
Well, that's perfection. Didn't try to hit it too hard, just stroked it away. Beautifully played. You couldn't imagine anything better.
Smashed that right out of the ground.
Miles! He's hit it miles!
That must have hurt. He looks to be in a little bit of trouble out there.
That was sheer.
Huge! That is huge!
That's racing away to the fence.
He loves it there. That's a great stroke. Four more. Exciting, exciting player.
Oh, that looked quite nasty.
That brings up his half century.
Now that came right out of the middle of the pack. He has smashed that a long, long way. That is great to watch for the neutral.
He's got hold of that one. Out to the ground.
Oh, the bowler can't believe it. That's out of the ground. Never mind the fielder.
He's got it into the gap.
That's ideal. A perfect example of how to play that shot, and he deserved four for it.
Under. Batsman will have to be more careful now. Play it away with comfort.
What a catch. What a catch.
Really well judged. It went a long way up.
That's not a great stroke. It's almost as if he lost concentration.
Hodge gets his first wicket.
Well, he was in good touch out there. I reckon that's a disappointment to him, to us indeed, that he didn't go on.
Harris is the new batsman. Stopped in the covers. It's straight to a fielder. Well, the fielder's not going to cut that off.
Another one of those, and this body will be out of the attack.
Cosgrove absolutely smashed that.
You can't set fields for a shot like...
Drawn, don't like that at all.
That is massive. Great strike. Great strike. 6 from the moment he hit it.
These will be leg byes. He's worked that into the gap. Direct hit would have got him.
That must have hurt.
Hit straight to a fielder.
It's high in the air.
Well, what an amazing first innings that was. You can see that the players are looking pretty good after their break. We're feeling pretty good too about the rest of this match. With me commentating is Richie Bennett.
Thanks, Mark. Welcome back to the cricket ground for this next session of play.
Hit straight to a fielder. Stopped in the covers. In the covers.
Exciting play. There's risk in that stroke, but it is maximum.
Play it away with comfort. The sweeper picks up.
Beautifully played. You couldn't imagine anything better. Everything put into that.
I'm not sure. I think
that was a superb placement.
Well, that's nothing more than a long hop, and thank you.
That was a no ball by Gillespie. Finger has moved into the 20s and has started to look far more relaxed. Pushed through the covers. That with awesome power.
Yeah, he'll be pleased with that. Oh, the bowler won't like that. This is exciting stuff.
that must have hurt.
Hit straight to a fielder.
There'll be bruises to show after this.
Runs here. Stopped in the covers.
Oh, well, everything was in the right place there, and it raced away from the boundary.
Let's see a change in the bowling. It's straight to a fielder. Marvellous stuff.
Oh, there's a demoralising sight for any bowler.
Steered expertly into the gap.
It's pretty tough for the bowlers on a pitch like this. There doesn't seem to be any margin for error. That's ideal. A perfect example of how to play that shot, and he deserved 4 for it.
Change of bowling.
Well, he looks as if he might be hurt.
Oh, he looks good when he hits down the ground. Very good.
That won't please the wicketkeeper.
Oh, the poor wicket keeping, we have to say that. 4 byes is such a gift for the batting side.
Stopped in the covers. Should be some runs here.
Well, we'll see some fielding changes now that those restrictions are lifted. Remember that a minimum of 4 players have to remain inside the ring.
Fielded by the man out long on. He brings up his half century. Forced off the back foot. Fielded by the man out long on. Cut away. Done him. All ends up.
Oh, very well bowled, straight and full when it mattered.
Harris gets his first wicket. Hodge is the next batsman in. 3 runs here. Done him.
Totally deceived him with that. I think it all ends up. You don't see that.
Harris gets his second wicket.
We really enjoyed watching him back today. That was an exciting innings.
This was how the wicket fell. Hussey is the new batsman. Pushed into the gap. Fielded by the man out long on. Hit straight to a fielder. Steered expertly into the gap. Fielded by the man out long on. Should be some runs here. Fielded by the man out long on. Hit straight to a fielder. Brilliantly.
Well taken. Well taken. You know, he never looked like missing it.
That's the 3rd wicket now for Harris.
It's a long walk back when you fail.
The next batsman is White. Hit straight to a fielder. change of bowling. Hit straight to a fielder.
Ooh, that looked quite nasty. It's high in the air. Marvellous effort.
Great take by
Gillespie.
Good concentration. He steadied himself. He had so long to think about it. They're the worst. They're horrible to take.
Bailey gets his first wicket. Got to see a change in the bowling. He's worked that into the gap. Fielded by the man at long on. Play it away with comfort. Now we're brought to their feet by that shot.
Yeah, he does play that shot really well. And of course it brings him a lot of runs.
That looked really nasty.
Three runs here. That was a no ball by Bailey.
Beautifully played. You couldn't imagine anything better.
Great shot, that's... Fielded by the man at long on. Fielder's appeal, but he's got it into the gap. Hit straight to a fielder. He's worked that into the gap.
That's pierced the leg side field.
Got to see a change in the bowling. That's found the gap in the field. We have a change of bowling.
He's winded, but no shot played to that one.
It's been given as a wide.
That must have hurt.
Hit straight to a fielder. Swept away. Fielded by the man at long on. Big shout for that one. No response from the umpire.
That should not be given out. It looked to me as if it was going to miss off stump anyway. It doesn't matter if it's in the air when you hit it that far.
2 runs here. We have a change of bowling. Pushed through the offside. Ferguson is underneath it and takes it comfortably.
Straight down the fielder's throat. That's incredible. Straight down his throat. He didn't have to move an inch.
Crosswake is the new batsman. Hit straight to a fielder. That's a big appeal. Gone.
Definitely gone. He's a goner.
He's gone for a duck.
Well, he wasn't out in the middle for long. He didn't trouble the scorers, and neither did he trouble us.
Stroke through the covers. He's worked that into the gap. Played into the gap. Fielded by the man out long on. Beaten all ends up by that one.
Straight through the gate.
Nolan gets his first wicket.
They're through the tail now and should tie this up quickly.
Wise comes in at number 8. That's pierced the offside field.
Exciting player. There's risk in that stroke, but it is maximum.
Stopped in the covers. Hit straight to a fielder. Have to see a change in the bowling. Straight to a fielder. That's out of the ground.
Oh, the bowler won't like that. This is exciting stuff.
I'm not sure if he'll be able to
Hit straight to a fielder. Should be some runs here. Fielded by the man out long on. That's found the gap in the field. Clean bowl.
Well, a player of this class completely down the wrong line. He's made a terrible mess of mistakes too. Oh, what a shame. Wiggins in such good form.
Lewis is the new batsman. In the air and gone.
That's not a great stroke. It's almost as if he lost concentration.
Bailey gets his third wicket.
It's been a world-class piece of bowling out there today.
He's gone for a duck.
Well, he hasn't troubled the scorers with that, not.
We have a change of bowling.
Straight down the fielder's throat. That's incredible. Straight down his throat. He didn't have to move an inch. Oh, that'll please them. They've come through a few problems with great fortitude. That's a fine victory in this limited overs match here today.